It's finally here, sweet November. I'm down in this kind of like little pinch point. There's a big block of timber over in front of me and a big block behind me. And I'm at a tight little pinch in between the two along this creek bottom. Man, Buck I'm after is tight, and I've been after him all year. Haven't seen him from the stand yet, but last year I had an encounter with him just across the creek, maybe 70 yards from here. He's chasing a doe through around the same time last year, so he's my main target. But with it being the rut and being in a stand like this, you never know what's going to come running through. It's that time of year where the bucks are starting to really move and chase and try to find these does that are coming in, so I'm about as far away from the cabin as you can get on this piece of land and right in the middle of everything. So probably going to be an all-day sit for me unless something comes in. So I'm hoping something comes in so I don't have to sit here freezing all day, but today's my only day on. I gotta get home to work tomorrow on Sunday, so we'll see what happens. Brett. Went down right there. He's done. Man, that was so cool. He ain't the biggest buck in the world, but he's a real nice 3-year-old. And I'm not making any apologies for shooting that deer. That was so fun. It was that all day he came. I didn't get a whole bunch of footage of it, but he came and he chased a doe up and down around here, and then I think I got some footage. He raked like 3 trees, and then he was walking around with that tree stuck in his head. And then he went and got a drink back behind me and came back. I've been calling to him, and he's been coming in, leaving, coming in, leaving. And I knew that deer is actually, I don't know if he is for sure, but he looks just like Titan's son. He's not real wide, but he's fairly tall. He's just a nice 3-year-old buck. Nothing giant, but a good deer. So I'm happy. I won't have much more time to hunt this year. I sat all day today because I knew this was probably going to be my last hunt with a bow. And I'm so happy to get some meat for the table and then have just a super fun hunt. I stopped him right there at 20 yards quartering away. Man. Whew. Awesome.
Yes,
I just killed a buck.
I see. Who?
Which one?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not as big as Titan.
Obviously not Titan.
No, he's not quite as big as Titan. He's not like huge, but he's a pretty good deer. Like he looks identical to Titan, just doesn't have that like flyer off of his beam.
Yeah.
It's like Titan's brother guy. I just shot him. I've been sitting all day. He came and he like chased a doe around. I'm shaking really bad right now. He came and he chased a doe all around, and then he started rubbing this tree underneath me, and he got like part of the tree stuck in his head, in his rack. So he went and got a drink with this tree stuck in his rack, and I shot him, and if the tree didn't fall out, the tree might still be stuck in his rack.
So now what?
I don't know. I think I heard him die. I think I heard him go down. But I'm gonna sit for a little bit just to give him some time, and then go see if I can find blood. And then gut him and drag him out.
That sounds good.
I'll stop at the campsite on my way home.
Okay.
All right. I love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. I'm on the ground. I'm about right where I hit him. First impact. I don't see any blood. He was cornering pretty hard. And that stand's pretty tall, so the shot was... Oh, never mind. I got some blood right here. Check this out. Well, no. I think the rage got him. I just heard something move right up here where I thought I heard him crash. Alright, I'm self-filming this, so you're gonna have to bear with me. I got really good blood going through here. Pretty sure I heard him crash up here in these pines, but I want to follow this blood just in case. Alright guys, I found him. That deer died. He didn't run more than 50 yards. And I bet he died in under 30 seconds. Perfect shot, double lung. I'll show you here in a second. I'm all by myself, so I'm gonna maybe go get my dad or my brother to come help me film like a better interview, but he still has that branch stuck in his antlers from when he was rubbing. But here he is. Cool deer. Alright, so drug him out to this food plot we got right on the field edge here, and I was just thinking how fitting it was for him. He died probably 30 yards away from there in this little food plot. The deer just absolutely destroyed. I was actually planning on sitting this tonight, but the only reason I didn't was because that tree stand doesn't have a seat. But I was thinking about how fitting it is that I shot this deer. Actually, the first pictures I ever got of him were on this licking stick right here. Early September, he made that rub on the bottom of that licking stick. He's been on it several other times, and I'm sure I'll do several more interviews like this. But when I got those first trail camera pictures, I decided that deer was not a shooter, and I wasn't gonna shoot him. And then he came in. First time I saw him again, I said, nope, not quite what I'm looking for. But after I watched him chase those does, make those rubs, and come in with that branch on his head, you know what, the size of the rack or the age doesn't necessarily make a shooter. Sure, it's great to shoot a deer with a big rack or an older deer, and that's normally what I'm looking for too, but that was an awesome experience. My heart was pumping so hard. I'm very happy with that deer and the story that I have with it. So now I'm gonna get back to the cabin, drink some water because I'm hot from drinking that deer out, and then get my family here and celebrate this recovery with me.
Hey, bud.
See anything?
No.
You didn't see a deer?
On the way in, I bumped on that one.
I shot a 10-pointer.
Shut up.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
Which one?
He's like Titan's little brother. He's a nice deer. He's not.
That's awesome, Zach. I'm so happy
Yeah.
for you.
So.
Oh, cool.
Did you hear me shoot?
What time?
He came in at 3:30. I shot him at 4:30.
Wow.
Yeah.
So happy for you.
Thanks. That lantern's dying.
You gotta go get him, huh?
Yeah, I drug him. He's right by the lean-to facing the pine. So if we can just drive around if we want.
Oh, won't go out scary.
Okay.
Cool. Good job. That's so exciting. Oh, boy. There he is. Awesome. Well, that's how you hit it. You didn't pull the arrow out, huh? That's a good shot. He didn't have a chance.
He was quartering away hard. It went right into his opposite shoulder. You don't know what's really funny? I could smell him before I saw him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I kind of want to save this for when I do the Euro mount. Stick it right in the Euro mount.
Sure.
Alright, so I'm finishing editing this video up, and I realized I never really did like a final concluding interview or really explained anything, and that night I was focused on getting the deer home because I had to get home that night for work the next day, and I wanted to stop by the campground where my wife and her family were camping that night, so I did all that. I didn't roll the film too much just because it was hard, it was dark, and I wish I would have got more, but I did get to show her the deer that night, and I've been thinking a lot about this deer and what this hunt meant to me, and just how special it was. And I made a post on my Growing Wild Facebook page that I thought really summed up my thoughts and just my feelings on this pretty well. So I'm gonna actually read that verbatim right now, just because I think I summed up my thoughts in a good way on this post. So here it goes. I'm not sure where to start. I have dozens and dozens of trail camera pictures and videos of this buck. I deemed him Lil T, as he resembles a much, much smaller version of my #1 hit lister Titan. This deer immediately got put on the no-shoot list. While sitting on my stand Saturday in a traditional pinch point, this deer stepped out at 3:30. He walked by at 25 yards trailing a doe, and I decided to give him a pass. After that, this deer put on quite a show. He spent the next hour inside of 70 yards chasing does, making rubs and scrapes, and vocalizing heavily. It was the most exciting hour in a stand I have ever had. This deer then went up to a small pine tree and made a rub. While doing this, he broke a branch off that got stuck in his antlers. I watched him for a few more minutes chasing does and getting a drink in our creek, all with the branch stuck in his rack. He then walked by at about 18 yards and presented a quartering away shot, with the branch still in his antlers. And right then and there is where I made a decision I will never regret. I took a shot at this deer I had sworn not to shoot. You see, the trophy in this deer is the experience I had and the thrill he gave me for that hour in the stand. Not the amount of inches on his head, or the amount of antler or age he had. I have no regrets about this hunt, or the decision I have made. I will forever have the memory of this buck hanging in my house, and will have many, many meals worth of venison for my friends and family. This buck taught me a valuable lesson, that the trophy isn't always in the size of the rack. However, now that I've taken 2 bucks with my bow of this size, caliber, and age, I will set my sights on a bigger challenge of an older, more mature deer. But who knows, if another buck makes my heart beat as hard as this deer did, I may have to take a step backwards. Through this, I have learned to enjoy the process on getting to the goal, rather than just accomplishing the goal itself. So, I thought that really explained my thoughts. I have no regrets on shooting this deer. It's not what I set out for in the beginning of the year, but it's one of the most fun hunts I ever have, and to be completely honest, for how much hunting I do and how into this I am, it's kind of embarrassing, but I've had a couple encounters in the last couple years with big bucks, and I come unglued. I get so excited, I make poor decisions, I get that buck fever that everyone talks about,
And I firmly believe the only way to get good at killing big mature deer is by killing deer in general. And that's what I did here. This buck gave me a show. It made my heart beat, and I made a perfect shot at him at about 18-20 yards, quartering away. He died in seconds. It was about as perfect as a hunt as a bow hunter could ask for. So I just want to thank you all for watching this video, and if you watch my other videos, follow me through the year. And this post is on my Growing Wild Facebook page. If you like these videos and you like what I'm doing with my friends and family in the outdoors and follow me along in all my outdoor adventures, I'd encourage you to check out my Facebook and Instagram page. It's all at Growing Wild. So I'll put links to that in the description below, and I just want to thank you again for watching this video. Keep an eye out. I'll be showing, I didn't show the whole skinning and cleaning process of the deer, but I did show a couple things I did that I think are a little bit different with saving some different cuts that I've never tried. So I will be putting those up in the near future with some like venison ribs and shanks and shoulder roasts and stuff like that. So thanks again for watching, and keep an eye out for more videos to come.